Hi. I think I have my orientation wrong. Gosh, today has just been a day. I should not have checked my email right before I came on live. And now my stupid video is in the wrong orientation. Ugh, if you know what I mean. And I'm supposed to be the happy one. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm crabby. I got a message that just makes me think, why do I even bother? But anyway, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm wrong, but whatever. We'll just keep going. Maybe my Stampin' Lips will make it better. There we go. Do you ever feel like you're just never good enough for some people? That's how I feel right now. Anyway, hi. I actually do have happy things to share with you today, even though I am not happy right now. I think I would have been fine if this stupid camera would have been correct. I thought I was having a good day. You know, do you remember when your mother told you if you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all? I feel like some people really need to revisit that. All right, I'm fine. I have a new catalog pre-order to share with you today. So we are going to do fun, happy things so that I hope other people can just... All right. I can't say inappropriate words on here because I'll get banned from YouTube, even though that's what I would like to do right now. Anyway, I did actually have a lovely time in Raleigh last week with my besties, with my team, with all of my Stampin' friends that I have known, some of which my entire Stampin' Up! Career of 26 years. And I am so excited that you guys are here today. And I'm so sorry that I am like this. I just put makeup on for this stupid live too. Anyway. I got my pre-order today. I just opened it up and I'm excited to share that with you. I've got some really pretty cards to make with you today. So it's going to be just lovely, and I am super excited that we're here talking about happy things instead of stupid things. So anyway, thank you. I so did not mean for this to be my live today. I swear to God, I could work 36 hours a day and it wouldn't be good enough for some people. Anyway. All right. Thank you guys so much. You're so sweet. It was just a delight to meet so many of you at On Stage. Thank you so much for introducing yourself and taking pictures. I am now wiping off all my makeup. I am one of those people that I don't have like, I can't hide my feelings. They just come out. So most of the time that's a good thing because they're happy, but sometimes they're just not. Anyway. It's so nice to see you all. Thank you again for the nice comments. I really appreciate it. It wasn't a day until just a couple minutes ago. So anyway, I'm so sorry if this is the first time you're watching me. This is not how I normally am. I'm usually super duper happy. All right, but it was, okay, I'm just done. All right, should we talk about the new catalog and the fun goodies that I have to share with you from my event? I think that sounds like a better use of our time. Also, I have to tell you, I have, oh my gosh, somebody just said something, think about the cactus. Amy, you were at On Stage. Did you see in the notes and totes the card sample? There was one real similar that the girl who presented did, but then there was also one like when you went to order it in the pre-order. When I looked at that picture, all I could see is a cactus. I'll show it to you because I pre-ordered it. Oh my gosh, that's gonna make me cry, but because I'm laughing so hard. Anyway, so there's a new cactus in town, friends. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's the first thing I saw, and I swear that's not always where my brain goes, but it did this time. Okay, so I do have fun things to share with you. We got all kinds of fun goodies at On Stage, so let me bring some of them in. So when we checked in, we got this super cute bag, and this seems to be like all the rage. They're like, I don't know, rubbery bags, and then we had these kind of cute little handles, and then they also gave us just plain black handles so you could switch them out, which is kind of cool. So that was fun. And then we got, if your title was a certain level, we got this Backstage Plus, or I don't remember what it was called, but, or center, well, I don't know. Anyway, it's this cute little thing. And I have to tell you, like, apparently we're fancy because I saw some girls yesterday, like 18 to 20 somethings, and they had one of these. It looked like it was from like Lululemon. And they were carrying theirs. And so I thought, wow, I could be like fancy like that. And mine say Stampin' Up. So how cute is that? So these are like little coin purses. You could probably put like maybe your debit card or whatever. Well, that might be a little tight, but you could put cool stuff in here. Super cool stuff. So I thought these were super cute, and yeah, so that was fun. And so I was kind of excited about that. And then I've got so let's see, do I have my treats? I got, well, maybe. I think this is a bunch. Yeah, this looks like most of my, so I've got some really sweet gifts from some people, team members, and some other demonstrators who shared fun treats with me, which was so nice. We get like our name badge, and then there's these cute little pins, and like these were pins within a pin, so like you could clip your pin onto your pin, so that was kind of fun. And then, oh my gosh, so Kelly has a team member who lives in Raleigh, and she was so sweet. She came and picked us up from the airport, and she had little gift bags for us. And, well, they were full with some other stuff, but we might have indulged. So she had like this little Raleigh tote, and it had popcorn and cookies and pretzels in it, which of course we ate while we were there. But then it also had some other stuff that was so sweet. So there was this cute little North Carolina like towel. It's actually pretty big. So that was super cute. It's got a bunch of state stuff like the state bird and mammal and like, I don't know, this must be like the, I don't know, bunch of stuff. Anyway. Then there was these cute little cocktail napkins, which were so sweet, that have, again, North Carolina stuff on them, which is really fun. Is the Biltmore, is that in North Carolina? Do I remember that? I think it's in Asheville, because I think I know that from flood footage. But then there was this cucumber shea butter soap bar. It smells really good. And then this is so sweet. This is a little cardinal, which actually I've been seeing a ton of cardinals around here, but it's a little cardinal charm. And I actually am going to stick it right, I know right where I'm going to stick it, but It's a cute little cardinal, and I've been seeing these. It's actually heavy. It says this little cardinal will bring good luck to you with renewal and faith in all that you do. Find your life song, show gratitude each day, believe and have hope. The cardinal will lead the way. Oh, I kind of needed that today, right? So anyway, she gave us this because that's the state bird, and it's just this cute little cardinal. But I've been seeing these here in my neighborhood actually lately, so I'm going to stick that right on my little wood thing in my office. Okay, so that was super sweet. Then, oh my gosh, and I bet I don't have it. Then we went to this dinner. It was actually on our last night before we left. We went to this dinner at this place because she told us about it. It was right by the airport when we went to the we saw it when we were headed from the airport to the hotel, and then we said, "Oh, we should go there." And it's this place called I want to say the Angus Barn. I don't know if you guys know about it. Let me know because it looks amazing. I actually need to call Andy's mom's husband to see if they ever went there because it was a place right up their alley. Anyway, it was a steakhouse and it was incredible. Super duper good food. And then we got a tour because it's like this historic place that's been around for 60 some years or so. And like the chef on it, I think he had died somewhat recently, but was on MasterChef and had the highest score ever recorded, or I don't know. I wasn't paying super close attention at that part, but it was pretty cool. Anyway, then so we had dinner there, and then we got the tour, and then we got a postcard. That's what I was trying to get at is they had little postcards, and it had recipes for a couple of the things that they had there, so that looked good. Anyway, so that was a really fun experience. I got this cute little button. And then, oh, she had this other little North Carolina little treat for us. And she was so sweet. She shared this with a bunch of my team members who were at the nighttime stamping event, the optional thing. So that was really nice. Her name is Christine, by the way. Christine and drawn. I'm going to say it wrong. And drawn and on, oh my gosh, Christine, you're going to watch this and you're going to laugh. Andre, I think that's how you say it. So anyway, okay, so then I got another super sweet gift. This one, I think this, oh gosh, who was this from? This one, oh, this was from Twyla. This was so sweet. So this was this cute little gift bag, which did not exactly pack well, but a cute little tag. And I love how she die cut the little hearts out of it. So that was super cute. And then, sorry, I'm just laughing at a comment on there. Then this was super cute. She gave me this stamp. It's like an Iowa state stamp. So she had this for Barb, Kelly, and I, and it was so sweet. It says, it's stamp your state seal on your envelopes. How cool is that? So that's a really fun little treat. And then there were actual treats in there, which we probably should get into. And then this is so sweet. Flag your favorite new catalog pages. So she had little catalog flags. I didn't realize that till just now. Otherwise, I would have used them. Well, let's be honest. I don't need to flag. I know exactly what I want. So anyway, thank you, Twyla. Such a sweet gift. And, ooh, there's a creme brulee chocolate in here that we're probably just going to need to open because, let's be honest, that's the only thing that's going to solve today's problem. That's pretty good. You're a deli. Okay. Ooh, that's rich, but it's good. Okay. Then, oh my gosh, so this is from one of my team members, and it's just got all these cute things in it. There's okay, I have to pull it out. I always hate opening these because I want them to be pretty so I can show them. you know, when they're all pretty. Oh gosh, this was, oh boy, I'm messing it up already. It was tied down there so I could have taken it down. All right. All right. I'm not going to lie. This is not my first set of these glasses. But there's a cute little pen with a butterfly on top and a Lucky Charms bar. Actually, I'm a little surprised I didn't indulge in that. So this is from my team member, Karen. A little stress ball. Some chiclets, although they're called candles. I wonder if that is like a local thing. I've never heard of these. Well, they look like chiclets, but I don't think they're called candles. I wonder if that's like a Raleigh or a North Carolina thing. Or no, she lives in Ohio, so never mind. Anyway, then there's these cute little stickers that had that little shamrock paper clip on them. And so there's a little, you know, I love the rainbow. Be happy. You are amazing. Thank you. Utterly fantastic. And Ohio State Buckeyes. She is from Ohio. Is that the OHIO? Is that what those are? Are those the Buckeyes? I don't know. It's the red team where you go OH and then everybody goes IO. See, I learned. It's not my first foray into things that happen in Ohio. And then a sweet little heart stone, which I love. So thank you, Karen. That was really sweet. Love it. Then this was from another one of my team members, Teresa. And look at how cute this is. So it has this sweet little tag. Okay, so cute. And then in it is, this is just so sweet. Literally. In it is candied pecans. So like candied pecans. And they're good, by the way. I should have another one. Which I'm sure she made. So that was super cute. And look at this little wrap around the pan. Like, how cute is that? Oh, they look good. I tried not to eat too many while we were gone. Okay. Then this is from Melissa, who's a fellow demo. And this is just so cute. This little box. So we're going to have to make this at some point. So sweet. And she's just the cutest. Cutie patootiest. So that was super kind of her. Then, oh my gosh, this is from another one of my team members, Nancy. It's our little, these are little boxes. I think they came out with the latest online exclusives. And she decorated this just so stinking cute. She's got DSP on all the sides. Okay. And then when you open it, oh, and she was, I haven't made one of these yet. She has Velcro dots on hers. But look at, it's like a little accordion mini album that you can decorate and put your pictures from on stage in. And how awesome a gift is that? I did take a lot of pictures. Okay, so this is really funny. You're going to laugh at me probably. I didn't post this because I was like, I don't know how people will think about this. I'm pretty sure most of them will not mind. But I took like funny pictures throughout the event. You know, like, well, okay, so one of my favorite things to do when somebody wants a selfie, like somebody else's phone, I do like to take their phone and then give them several selfies, choice selfies. And so of me, even if I don't know them, I do this. In fact, some of you on here might have gotten some of those, but I've got a few pictures like that are goofy of a few demo friends of mine, and I was gonna post it on Facebook and I didn't, but maybe I should because it makes me laugh, and I think they would all laugh. I have one of Kelly. I have one of my friends, Sandy. Actually, I have several of my friend Sandy. I would only put one on. I have one of my friend Jamie because I did this to her and then she did it to me. So that was funny. And then I have a really funny one of my friend Julie. So anyway, I was thinking I should do that. It was pretty good. Jean got some selfies from you. You're welcome. Also, can we talk about my onstage hair? It's back to my normal hair. So I don't normally dry my hair. But Barb has this Dyson hair dryer, blow dryer. It was amazing. And when I say amazing, like hair dryers don't really get me very excited. Because like I said, I don't typically dry my hair, but it made my hair amazing. I think I'm gonna have to get one. She got hers on a Black Friday special. I'm gonna have to watch for this because I know it's a really spendy hair dryer. And again, it's not my thing, but I looked so good in it. So Jean, your selfie picture was with me and my amazing hair. It's just not the same here back at home, but I'm really considering getting one because it was that amazing. So anyway, that kind of made me laugh. Okay, then I got this cute little box. This is from Kelly's, one of Kelly's team members, Mary, who's just the sweetest. And so it's this cute little box. Sorry, I guess I probably could have shown you this. Anyway, cute little box. All right, and then you open it up, and then there's chocolates on one side. Then you close it and open it up on the other side, and there's chocolates on the other side. It's magic. Full on magic, you guys. How did that happen? It's craziness. So I got to figure out how to make that. It was pretty cool. Debbie! I got to meet Debbie. I've known Debbie like online for forever. And so it was really fun to meet her in person. So anyway, so that is most of my haul. I know I have a few more things, but they're all scattered over on my other table. So I will share, maybe I'll share the rest next week. I'm not going to show you like all the cards I got because I got quite a few cards too. You'll see them around. But I always love doing card swaps because it's such a great way to get lots of ideas and inspire you. And in fact, I'm using some of those on my projects today. So should we do pre-order at the beginning or pre-order at the end? Let me know in the comments. I'm just going to take a sip of some Diet Coke here, which I'm back on, unfortunately. Okay, so let me see. What would you like? Would you like the beginning of the video for pre-order on new catalog pre-order, or the end? Okay. All right, most of you are saying the beginning. Sorry to those who said the end. We're gonna do it. All right, so I'm pretty excited about it. So let me flip my camera, and again, my sincere apologies that this is gonna be dumb today because I don't have the orientation right. I really thought I did have it right, but all right, so I'm gonna flip this. Okay, and it's probably gonna look dumb. Just, I say that. Oh, there. Yes, it does look dumb. Let's fix that. Give me just a second to, because my camera is oriented wrong. This is all wrong. Oh, goodness. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Yikes, that was a lot of work. Okay, let me tighten this. Oh, that is not tightening it. That is loosening it. I'm so sorry, you guys. There we go. Okay, goodness. All right. Okay, so by the way, I should have known it was going to be a bad day. I got paint on my sleeve. Oh, it's not as bad as it was. It was much darker before. All right. Let's talk about the in colors. Here they are. So we've got Secret Sea, which is a very, very dark blue. And I'll give you a couple comparisons. These papers, these colors, I see in places, so I think that would be, I think you'll see. So this is Misty Moonlight, this is Night of Navy, and this is black. So that'll kind of give you a good comparison of these colors. So it's like if you mixed, actually it's like if you mixed all three of these together, Misty, black, and navy, this is what you would get. So Secret Sea is the name of that one. Then we've got Darling Duckling. And some people were saying that maybe it looked like, oh, we had Summer Starfish years ago. I don't think it looks like that myself, but I actually like that color. So this, let's see, what can I compare this to? So this is Daffodil Delight cardstock. I would say this has like almost a bluish or greenish tint to it, if yellow can have that. This is, again, Daffodil. This is Lemon Lolly. So, you know, much different color than Lemon Lolly. And let's see if I can grab a quick piece of crushed curry. So that's crushed curry. So very different from all of those. All right. Our next color is Cloud Cover. Now, don't kill the messenger, but Cloud Cover is a blue. It kind of reminds me of, gosh, do you remember Bordering Blue from a long time ago? I don't even know what we would compare this to. It is kind of a grayish color. Like this is gray granite. This is smoky slate. Let's see. This is balmy blue. So, I mean, it's a blue, but it's kind of, it's like blue and gray mixed together. Now, here's where the messenger comes in. This ink pad, they thought they had tested it and had it okay, but then when the batch came of, you know, like the bulk manufacturing, it was not drying correctly. Like you would stamp it and it wasn't drying correctly. So that means they're going to work on it and see what they can do. It's not going to be available probably for a while. And I would say, I don't know, I would say I'd be shocked if they could get it by the end of the year. But I don't know, and they don't know either. So that's just kind of a FYI / bummer. Now we do have a marker for it. I think we'll have blends. We couldn't pre-order blends, but we have markers, so we'll see, but it is what it is. This is Strawberry Slush. So they're bringing back a color that we've had previously. I loved Strawberry Slush back in the day, so I think this is going to be a great color. Just as a comparison, this is Melon Mambo. This is Berry Burst. Those aren't really that close. This is Calypso Coral. So you can see it's like if coral was more pink versus more orange, I guess. So it's kind of fun. But I think you'll like it. Deanna says the yellow reminds you of more mustard. It's not. It doesn't have that earthy feeling to it. It's definitely like a bluish yellow. I know that sounds weird to say because a bluish yellow would be green, but it is. Okay, then we've got Timid Tiger, and this looks like a slightly softer version of Tangerine Tango, if that makes sense. I loved Tangerine Tango. I actually wish we would have kept it. But I think it's a good color. Okay, so let's compare. Here's a scrap of pumpkin pie. So it's definitely a cooler look. That's Calypso Coral again. Here's peach pie, so way different from that. So it's kind of let's see, a cooler orange than say pumpkin pie. So yeah. I wish I had some of those old colors, like Summer Starfish. I really don't think it actually is that. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but when you look at the colors, you think, oh, it looks like that. But then when you actually see them in person, you're like, oh no, what was I thinking? Or you think like they're so close to something we already had, but then it turns out they aren't. I don't know. That's how I feel about in colors a lot of times. So there you go. Those are the colors. So I've got my ink pads too. I'm not going to take the time to undo them, but there they are. Great colors. Ooh, actually, I might have a chart. Hold on. Let me grab it. We got this cute little clipboard notepad-y thing. Like it had a notepad in it. I took mine out. And it's with my catalog, wherever that is. And I don't know the answer to that question. It might be upstairs still. I thought I'd unpacked everything. But my color chart's not in there, so that's kind of a bummer. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so let's look at some of the bundles. Now, some of these are in the new annual catalog. Some of them are going to be online exclusives that are released in May. To me, they're about the same in terms of, does it matter? I don't know. It just is what it is. Now, many have been asking what the catalog looks like. It is going to be both somewhat similar to last year, but with some great improvements. There is an index for punches, embossing folders, and what else is there an index of? Oh, designer series papers. So that is great at the end. There is not one there's not one for like dies, which I wish there was, but hey, we got some of what we asked for, so that's good. There's definitely more scrapbooking things included. So we don't have the separate scrapbooking brochure anymore, so that will be in there. Otherwise, it's similar. We've got like suites and we've got, standalone items throughout. So yeah. Demonstrators can order on the 25th, pre-order. Thank you, Patricia, for answering that question. So coming up next week, yay. All right, so let me show you what we could pre-order. So this was part of a big suite called Gallery Blooms, which is really pretty, and it's got some really, really cool designer series paper, which I'll show you here in a moment. The dies are lovely, and I think there's 2 bundles in this suite, and I will see if I've got them right. So we've got this one. It's really cool because it's got like, it'll cut out all these pretty flowers, but then it also has like some little pieces. So I love that. And then of course it's got this double frame. So you can get 2 sizes of frames from here. It's very fun. And then I think, but I'm not sure, that this is the other one called Beautiful Motifs. And I feel like this was part of that suite. Again, I just don't have my catalog to reference here. Plus I can't show you the catalog. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this was part of it. So these are really fun dies. This one is really cool. It doesn't cut the whole thing out, but like it'll cut out the leaves so they'll pop up, which is pretty fun. I think, well, no, that'll cut. Well, anyway, it's interesting. It was really cool. I'm looking forward to working with it. Okay, so there's those 2 bundles. Then there is a embossing folder that goes with that, and I believe it's the damask designs. So that's pretty. All right, then we've got, and now I'm gonna get not as good about remembering what comes in what. But this one is Impressions A Bloom, and I think there's designer series paper that goes with this. Oh yes, this is gorgeous. So pretty. And I probably should not have opened this because I actually have one of these. This was a set we could get for our nighttime stamping. Oh well, it's okay. I'll give this as a gift. So this is really a pretty bundle, and I believe there's DSP that goes with that. I think it is this one. So it's like literally a rainbow of flowers. I'm not going to open it, but it's really pretty paper. This is the paper that goes with that first set of 2 bundles I was talking about. It's 6 by 6 and it's really cool. Very pretty, kind of a bit of a new style for us. So there's like kind of patterny patterns on the back. You can see that damask in there. And then there's like these beautiful floral prints or scenery on the front. So, oh, look at that. So gorgeous. It's really pretty paper. This was a really cool piece. How fun is that? They, the gal who did a demonstration, her name is Rose, she did a scrapbook page with this, and it reminded her of like her grandparents. I think she said it was her grandparents' house. So I thought that was really cool. It's just really neat paper. Anyway, okay, so there's that. I think the antique pearls would be super pretty with this. Just saying. Okay. Next up, ooh, sentimental framing. I'm pretty sure this was an online exclusive one, but who knows? And this one comes with a bunch of frame dies. And they cut out frames, and then there's like decoration around them. So that's going to be fun to play with. This is like a border. So I think this will be a lot of fun to work with this, and really nice sentiments. There are no words to fill the void, but know that I am here. I mean, how many times could you use that for a card? Through it all, you've always been there for me. I am so grateful. Wishing you all the best. From laughs to tears. I'm happy we shared them together. Thinking of you. Our friendship is full of memories. I treasure them all. So great sentiments. And I love like the type font. That's really cool. All right, next up, ooh, this is a really fun one. This is Sweet Blooms, and I believe this one is also a double bundle suite. So let's take a look at that. So this one has these nice big words in here, bloom and lovely, and then they're doubles. And then the dies to die cut these pieces out. I feel like this would be a great set for not only scrapbooking, but card making. And one of my favorite sentiments is you make me smile. I think there's no better sentiment than that. And then I think this is the other set. And tell me if I'm wrong about this. Except I don't see dies for this. I'm pretty sure there's dies for this. So anyway, this is really a beautiful set. They whatever they demonstrated this. That's what I'm trying to say. And oh my gosh, the cards were just so simple and so pretty. Super excited about this one. And I believe there's designer series paper for that. Oh, look at that paper, friends. Oh, another bright and cheerful one. Someone said my voice is like getting louder. It's because I'm turning away to reach down to grab stuff. That's what's happening. So sorry. Okay, then this one. Now I have to admit, this one was not on my radar. I was not going to get it. I was adamantly against it, but then they showed it and gosh darn it, I got it. So I know I do that to you, but it happened to me. So let me show you. By the way, I will tell you that I loved all the other things that went with it, just not the bundle, but then they sold me when they demonstrated it and made such cute projects. Holy smokes. Okay, so this is the Turtley Awesome. And I think the reason is because this turtle looks I don't know what the right word is there. Weird. I think this turtle is cute. This one is kind of funny because it like reminds me of an old guy going. But this turtle is just weird looking, and let's just say it has some cactusy appearance to me, if you know what I mean. But I love the sentiments. I love this. It's okay to take it slow. Hope your birthday is turtly awesome. It's just so stinking cute. Okay, now wait till you see what comes with it. Okay, it is, oh, Sue, I was not a fan of those turtles either, but they are so cute when you see all the stuff that coordinates, and you put it all together. So there's this turtle textures embossing folder, so that's really fun. Then there's dies that have some fun little pieces that go with it, and they're really cute. So there's like a little chef's hat, a watering can. Oh my gosh, there's a banjo in here. There's a little apron. So there's all these little pieces that coordinate, which are just so cute. But the banjo is actually quite hysterical. Okay, and then there's the paper. Okay, so there's also going to be a scrapbooking workshop kit that comes with that you can get, not that comes with it, but that you can get. Okay, so look at this paper, you guys. And yes, the dies will cut out some of the images. So we've got our little watering can turtle, we've got our beekeeper turtle, we've got our bird watching turtle, and on the backs of all of these is really fun prints. So we've got the stripes there. Then we've got our trumpeting turtle, our accordion turtle, our drummer turtle. I mean, it's like a band. And our banjo turtle, which I love the banjo turtle. So cute. And look at that fun print. Then we've got our bicycle turtle, our ice cream turtle, a picnic basket, a cute little relaxy turtle. And look at the back of this paper. It's so cute. Then we have, and this is probably my favorite, we've got the snorkeling turtle, the grilling turtle, or the grill to go with the turtle. There is here we go, the turtle cook. We've got the beach babe turtle. I mean, it's so cute. They're just so fun. We've got the grill, the beach ball, the beach, all the beach things, and super cute print on the back. I'm so loving this. And then our last one is birthday turtle, birthday baker turtle. This will cut with the die, birthday turtle. All the little things that coordinate, like the ice cream, the hat, the balloon, the cake. There's dies for all of that. So really fun stuff. And then of course this is super cute on the back. And then we've got these fun pieces with fun pattern on the back. Just amazing paper. And then the kit also has some additional design. So again, I was so not gonna get this, but then when they showed us all this, and the stuff they made was so cute, you guys, and so easy. So I really, I caved. So you're welcome. So you might think those turtles are weird, and you'd be right, but gosh darn it, they're so cute. Okay, these are little sprinkly things, and I don't know what they go with. Maybe this pig stuff that's coming up, but loose shaker elements, and you'll see they're really fun. They're, I don't even know. I was thinking these are beads, but they actually look more like just like plastic tubes. Oh yeah, you could smoosh them. So they're really fun, super lightweight, which I kind of love. We'll get to that here in a minute, what that goes with. Next up is a really, really awesome bundle. This is the Sunrise Sailing. So first of all, I already love this. Really great fonts and nice sentiments. We've got retirement and then, you know, a few different things. And then we've of course got the sailboat and water, but here's where things get interesting. There is a coordinating set of hybrid embossing folder and dies. Okay, so it's gonna not only cut but emboss like a water and cloud scene to go with this. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I'm really loving this. And I was a little disappointed they didn't demonstrate this, but it looks so fun. So we've got like some watery dye, like edge pieces, and then we've got clouds, and we've got the sailboat and the sails and the seagull dies. So all the different pieces, and there's 2 sizes of sailboats. So I think this is going to be just so much fun. Actually, maybe 3. So one would fit like the stamp. I don't know. I'd have to double check, but yeah, this will fit the stamp. Then there's like a medium and a small. So very, very, very fun. Loving that. Oh, that'll be a good one. Then this one I am kind of excited about. It's called More Messages, and I believe it's 1 stamp, and then it's a die that cuts out all those individual pieces. So that's going to be fun to use. I love the idea of getting all those die cut pieces in one thing, and there's a lot of really great things in here, so that'll be fun to play with. And I think that might be online exclusive as well. So let me get that back, and then we'll do the last round of goodies. Oh. I forgot to show you the best part of the turtles. Are you ready for this? These are little shades of green hexagons. They're like, I don't know, acrylic-y, resiny something. They're so cool. They look like little gems in hexagon form, like a chandelier piece or something. They're super cute. So that's going to be fun. Okay, next we've got the Blooming Phrases, and this is just such a sweet set with words and then stems for all these cute little flowers. I think this is going to be lots of fun. It's just a standalone set. Then this is called Sweet Jar, and it has a punch, and they showed us tons of super cute things to do with this. I'm very excited about this. I love that there's a jar and a lid to the jar that punch with this punch, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Then we talked about these little loose shaker elements. So we've got the Party Piggy, and there are little domes that will fit in the center of this piggy that will fit in there, and then you can make it a shaker. So I love this. What's shaken bacon? I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then there's a little set of dies. So this is a really inexpensive bundle. That cut the pig parts out and the little flags and the hat. So this is going to be fun. All right, I think I'll just throw that in there. All right, now this one I was like dead set against, only because I thought that it was too much like a set we had years ago, but they showed us super cute stuff with it, so I'm feeling like it's okay. So this one has dies. I just don't know what I did with them. They're somewhere. Well, maybe here they are. No. Oh, here's the dies I was looking for earlier. Ooh, paper tags. Here we go. Okay, this is interesting. I don't see my notes and totes on here. Could we pre-order that? I thought we could. We might, yeah, I don't know. Don't tell me I didn't get it. That would be bad. Anyway, so this is a super cool set. It die cuts these. this little banner fits around this tag. So like there's little slits so you can put the banner around and it like locks in, which is really cool. They layer together, these layer together, and you can do all kinds of really fun things with it. So I'm not gonna lie, I was not a believer, but now I am. So cute. And I love this. Consider this a paper hug. I think that's really sweet. So this will be a fun one to play with. Then we've got the Scenic Adventures. Yes, I did get the ribbon. I'll show you that in a sec. Scenic Adventures. So here we go. This looks like a really great kind of masculine themed card. So we've got all kinds of dies that do like mountains and water and trees and like bushes and flowers, all the things. There's even a campfire and a little moon for the night sky. So this will be a lot of fun. And I don't know what this embossing folder goes with. I don't necessarily think it's this, but it's called Pressed Flowers. So that's another fun one. I think it goes with one of the flower sets I showed earlier. And then finally, because I guess, I don't know. Did I not order the notes and totes? Was that not an option? I don't know. Did I mess that up? I hope not. Okay, so this is called Cheers and Sips. And it makes cute little drinks with all the things. And it is a whole collection of goodies. I believe this is an online exclusive. Again, I can't remember. But it's got 2 embossing folders, one that does this kind of cool geometric pattern, and then one that does these beautiful florals. So I love that. Then the dies coordinate and cut out all the things, of course. Oh, it wasn't on the pre-order. Thank you, Megan. I was like, did I mess that up? Because I was going to be really upset if I did. They demonstrated it. That's what it was. All right, so these are all of the little pieces and parts. Very cute. And here is the paper. It's a real fun paper. I feel better knowing that it was not on the product purchase premiere, because that would have really bummed me out if I missed it. You know, I'm always up for a good cactus-like item. Okay, so here's this paper. It's so bright and cheerful. And again, it's got fun patterns on the opposite side. Here's that secret sea. Look at all this fun stuff. Look at those drinks. And the patterns, like you will stamp a drink over the top of these, which is so cool. Some more fun stuff. Oh, love this. So that's going to be really fun. Can't wait to play with all of that. All right, so there you go. That was my pre-order. Oh wait, few things. Okay, so 3 new ribbons. We've got some, and there's ribbons in all the new in colors that look great. They just weren't on our product purchase premiere. So this is classic ribbon in basic beige. It reminds me of the woven ribbon, but a little skinnier. The white woven ribbon that we've got right now. This stuff. It reminds me of this, only just a little skinnier. So like this is a 1/2 inch, this is 3/8 inch. This is the mesh gold ribbon. And this reminds me of the iridescent white ribbon that was part of the Friend bundle in the annual catalog this past year. It reminds me of that, only skinnier and gold instead of like iridescent, if that helps. And then we've got this shaded spruce and soft seafoam double-sided ribbon. Of course, this goes with the turtles, and oh, it's beautiful. We've had double-sided ribbon in the past. This is, I would say, a little thinner, but it's wider, if that makes sense. So this is probably 1/2 inch, and I think what we had before was 3/8 of an inch. If you're careful, you can make it tie like that. It's beautiful, soft and silky. Very nice. So there's that. And then we've got some more embellishments. We've got these little pressed flower motifs. These are really fun. They kind of pop off the sheet easy. These are kind of wild holographic resin dots. So those are kind of shiny. These are adorable. These are Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gems. Love them. They're kind of like our champagne foil dots meets shimmer gems, I would describe them as. And then these are the In Color flat pearls, and I love them. There we go. Super fun. I really like these. So there you have it. Those are all the things. And yeah, so now I gotta shovel my area out just slightly so that I can stamp for you today. Luckily, I have done a really good job of prepping my projects, so they should come together relatively quickly today. So just give me 1 second to clear my space. But the turtle hexagons, oh, it's almost too much. I just know you guys are going to be like, I was not going to get those turtles. But then she made the cutest cards with them, right? I know this is coming. Because that's how I was. I was not getting those turtles. No way. Okay. Just going to adjust my camera slightly. There we go. All right, so let's get stamping. I am going to be using... Ooh, I hope I didn't put away the set I'm using today. Ruh-roh, I might have. I did. I am going to be using the Memorable Blooms, and then I'm also going to use the Elements of Text on one of my cards today. Okay, when we were in Raleigh, you guys, there were daffodils. There were, like, I don't know, are they, oh, what's the flower that's like purple? Magnolias, I think, blooming. Oh, it was amazing. We're not quite there yet. In fact, it is snowing on the other side of the state right now. It's rainy here today, but it's spring break here in Iowa this week, and Whitney, my assistant, is in her hometown, which is about 3.5, 4 hours, and she texted me a picture of the like yard covered in white, and I thought, ugh, that is no fun. I had to take another bite of my thing. It's not a hyacinth, a crocus maybe. No, I don't think it's a crocus. It's like on a tree, not growing from the ground. It's on a tree. I'm pretty sure it's a magnolia. But anyway, wow, that is good chocolate. Okay, so one of the things that I love about this bundle is you've got these two pieces here. And by the way, some of the dies on this set are out there because I'm using them for our projects. We've got these two pieces, which are really pretty. This border that cuts out not only the frame, but then it also leaves this kind of textured pattern behind. So let me show you how I did this. So I die cut this piece out of my white cardstock, and then what's left is this beautiful design, and then of course the white comes out, which is somewhere. Then, or actually I used it on another project. Then I die cut this piece with this die, so I ran both of these together through my black scrap, and this is going to fit right inside, which is really cool. But wait, there's more. I also took this die and I ran it through my machine. I took out the thin die adapter plate 2. I removed that and ran it through my machine like this. I've got my platform, a cutting plate. I put my silicone craft sheet on here. Then I put my cardstock down, and then I did my die like that, and then another cutting pad on top and ran it through. And then what that did was it embossed the design Hopefully you can see that. It embossed the design into the cardstock, and I'm going to show you why I did that here in just a moment. So it's a really cool set of dies, and then it, you know, it die cuts some other stuff too. But that's what's really fun about this. So let's take all of these pieces that I just showed you and let's put them into a card. Now this is based on a card I received in a swap at Onstage, but I'm making it my own, if you know what I mean. So what I have done is I've set it up so that I can use those embossing lines to line up with the detail of this die. So basically I know where I'm coloring. Does that make sense? And I think it's really going to be cool. Oh, Teresa, you call them Japanese magnolias. Oh, they were so pretty. I love you guys are like naming all these all of these different flowers. I know some of them. I know what a lilac looks like. It was not that, but although that is kind of like a tree-ish, bushish kind of flower. Anyway, I wonder if my husband can hear me saying these words, and that would make him laugh. Okay, so what I want to do is choose some colors to color these flowers in. And I like to kind of keep this piece so I can see what I'm doing. So I see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers. Okay, so you can do all different colors or you can do a couple colors. I'm going to do Melon Mambo, I think Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, and Pumpkin Pie. Plus, I need a green, which of course is going to be Granny Apple Green. Okay, so these are the colors I'm going to use to color this, and it's pretty easy. I'm going to start with my greens because I think that kind of helps frame everything. And I don't know about you, but I kind of need this. Again, I'm just making sure I'm coloring the right spots. So like, I'm just going to put a little touch of color to make sure I get the right pieces, the right colors, if that makes sense. And of course, if I touch this, it's not going to show through because of my embossing. Okay, so we're not going to be creating any masterpieces and coloring by itself, but when we overlay the black, it's like stained glass, so it'll be really cool. And then this will go over the top too. So just trust me and we'll get there. Basically, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally color a flower that I wanted like a color. You know what I mean? Only greens. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I think that's all of the pieces. Of course, we'll figure this all out at the end. But I like to put this on top to make sure I'm getting all the areas. Like I was missing some of the tops of some of these leaves. Okay, so there's Granny Apple Green for my leaves. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers. So I think I want this one to be Melon Mambo. All right, so I am going to do some blending on this one. I'm just going to put some dark Melon Mambo kind of at the base of each of these flowers, petals. And again, you can kind of go outside the lines because we're going to cover it up with that piece of black. That'll blend everything out or cover up things. Okay, so I'm just blending. I think when I was blending once, I said if you push too hard, you get a squeaky blend. And so I noticed I was getting squeaky, so I backed off, and gosh, that worked. Though sometimes I think it's funny to squeak. Okay, we're just going to double check. Look at that. Excuse me. But I can see that I need to go a little further out to make sure we cover all of the areas. Okay, so I think we should be good. So pretty. Oh, and then this is another little spot. Okay, so there's that. Now, if this doesn't line up perfectly, I think we'll be okay. All right, now here's the question. Is that going to be something? And I'm going to just color it. Okay, now let's switch colors. And for the next flower, I think I'm going to go with Flirty Flamingo up here. So, oh, actually, this is Bubble Bath. Well, we'll go with it. Why not? I meant to grab Flirty Flamingo, but that's all right. All right, and then I'm keeping this close to kind of help visualize what's going where. So this is my dark Bubble Bath, and there's that. I'm coloring a little bit more on this one, making sure I get all those areas covered. Okay. And did we get everything? I think we're pretty good. So pretty. Okay, next up, we'll do pumpkin pie. I'm gonna go light on the dark pumpkin pie because this is kind of an aggressive orange. I like the lighter version of it better. Now here's where these two flowers kind of run into each other, so I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing in the right place. Ooh, why is this seem weird? Okay, so that right there. And then we'll blend it with our light pumpkin pie. Okay, and finally, Daffodil Delight. All right, so start with our dark. This one's a little bit easier to see where it is because it's the last one and we've kind of done all the puzzle pieces ahead of time, so that sure makes it easier. And then we'll just double check and make sure we've got everything we need. At the end here. Oh, so pretty. Now I do need to put a little bit of daffodil in these two areas, but that is piece of cake. Otherwise, I think we're good. So, then what we're going to do, get rid of all these markers. We're going to take and adhere this over the top. So for that, I like to use my silicone craft sheet and liquid glue trick. So we'll squirt out some liquid glue. Use our little sponge. Remove the dog hair. I mean, that's optional, but I recommend it. And then I'm just going to put some adhesive on here. I'm not going to go like wild. I just want to get enough to tack this down on top. All right, so I'm going to fit this on here, and then we're going to put on top. And now here's the great part is wherever I might not have gotten it perfect, we can kind of come back. Like I did mess that up just a hair, but we can kind of come back and go through this because we're using black. Now this wouldn't really work if it was like a white panel, but I can kind of come back in here and sort of fix these little spots as needed. Need just a little teeny bit more color there, and then that's good. I didn't want to do this the whole way because I also don't want it to like mess up my markers, but look at how pretty that is. So fun. Deb, drico@yahoo.com. This, it's, yeah. There we go. All right, then, let's see, here we go. Then we've got our overlay. So this piece is going to go on top. It fits just like a puzzle and it does everything. But I just realized after all of that, I forgot to stamp the background with my text. Oh well. Let's see if we could maybe get it on here. I'm using this Post-it that I have. I'm not trying to be super perfect with it. But let's see. We could probably put some text over this. All right, especially because we've got that overlay. All right, so let's take our text. It's going to be light anyway. I'm going to ink this up with some Memento. And then I'm going to stamp it off because I just want a little bit lighter stamping left. Look at that. I'm going to remove my Post-it, and I think that looks pretty cool. It's not perfect, but it's not half bad. I just snuck a little more in there. Okay, but now we're going to put that over and see it covers up all this stuff. And oh, I think that's so pretty. Okay, I told you we were going to make pretty cards. All right, let's put this into an actual card. So I'm going to have a black card base, which I think is going to look really wonderful on here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to adhere this, but before I do, I can see there's just a sliver that's going to stick out. I did use a smaller layer, so I just want to trim that off so that it doesn't actually stick out, and that's really easy to do. I'll just lop that off. Okay, and then that will go right over the top, just like a puzzle piece. And put some cardstock on like that. Oh, so gorgeous. Now remember, if you place a $50 purchase with me today, well, this week until Sunday, you can get a free card kit featuring these projects. So it's from today until Sunday. It's a little bit shorter period of time, but oh, if you don't have this, I really do recommend this bundle. It's such a good one. And as you can see, I'm putting all these dimensionals on here, but I need to add my sentiment before I get too crazy. Okay, so I was going to do this one, which is I appreciate your thoughtfulness. I'm going to stamp that right on there in some black ink. Like that. Oh, so cute. don't have enough dimensionals on here, but that one should do it. I was wrong. I need 2 more. Okay. I need 1 right here and 1 right there. Now it's good. Okay, this is the Memorable Blooms bundle with elements of text in the background. All right, then I'm gonna add a little bow. Couldn't find my black baker's twine there for a second. And I think I'm going to double this up. And just tie myself a little bow to add to this. And then we will embellish. There we go. Oh, I didn't do a very good job of tying that bow though. Once again. There, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll add that with just a glue dot. Okay, oh, and then Clear Wing Castella. Now, spoiler alert, this would have been better to do before I put my black die cut piece over the top. So we'll just kind of sprinkle some in here because it looks, I think it looks better if it doesn't touch the black, but that's just me being super picky. But I do love a little shimmer on here, and then we could also smack it. There we go, a little extra shimmer. And then finally we need embellishments. Now I'm going to use the iridescent faceted gems, and you can get a free pack of these if your order is $75 or more to go along with your card kit. All right, so I'm just gonna put, let's see, I'm gonna put a big one right there, and then little ones on each of the centers of these. So pretty. Okay, but wait, there's more. So I appreciate your thoughtfulness. And then I think I'm going to stamp "Thank you so much" on the inside, like that. And then we're just going to add this little leafy image. Let me grab some scrap paper to stamp this on. Like so. You could color that in if you wanted, or leave it just black and white. I think it's kind of cool black and white too. Up to you. Oh, so gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so that was our first card. Our second card, and let me show you the swap that I got. I changed mine up a little bit, but this was the swap that I based this on. I just had to add some color to it. Now she put some little sprinkles around, and that's nice. I just felt I like the clean and crisp version of this one. Okay, so next up, this is another really pretty card. Okay, so we're gonna start with a pool party card base. So I will give this a good crease for pool party. Oh, we're gonna need our thing again. So this time I die cut just the white kind of hexagon and then the detail in Old Olive. So we will once again adhere these two together with my liquid glue and my sponge, because it just works so wonderfully to do that. Except what did I do? Oh, here's my sponge. I moved it out of the way. Okay, so I just kind of even out the liquid glue a little bit, and I'm just going to touch on here. That is a little bit much. That looks pretty good. When you don't use a ton like I just did, oh goodness, it doesn't come through on the front like that, but I'm just going to wipe it off and we're going to call it good. Okay, now this does line right up with that label, so they're going to be nice and even. And I'm just going to press on here and everything sticks like it should. Okay, now I want the flat top, like the stop sign, because I'm going to add my sentiment on the inside. And I'm going to stamp this, I think, in Old Olive. Well, maybe I could use Pool Party. Let's do Pool Party. Let's see here. But my sentiment is going to be thanks so much, which we just used. So I need to clean it because it's got black ink on it right now. So grab my chamois. We'll get that cleaned off, and then we'll use Pool Party. Okay, so I'm going to do thanks so much right there. Oh, perfect. Okay, then let me get this glue out of the way a bit. Okay, so let's build up our card. First off, if we wanted to, we could color in on this like we did on our last one. And I think I'm going to do that with a little lemon lolly. I'm just going to use the light, but I need to be kind of careful because I don't want to get it too much on my Old Olive, because otherwise it'll show. But because lemon lolly, especially the light of my Stampin' Blends, is so light, I can just kind of get in there without it really affecting the Old Olive outline. One of the things I liked about the way we did the last one, because you might be thinking like, well, why don't you just do this? It's hard to get in the nooks and crannies of this fully where, you know, the color doesn't show. And then I'm going to stop. Well, I got to do this one. I'm going to cover this up with some die cut pieces, so it won't be the whole thing, but you get the idea. Okay, there we go. So now we have a little color in there, which I think adds a nice bit of dimension to this. Then I'm going to take and build up my card base. So for that, I've got a layer of Daffodil Delight Basic White and our vellum. This is Floral and Gingham vellum. So really beautiful. Now my favorite part about this vellum is if you stick it to a piece of white, it is not going to show the adhesive, which I love. So there's just a little sliver of white sticking out around this, and then we're going to adhere it to our panel of Daffodil Delight, and then it will go on our card. Okay, and then I'm going to add this on the top. Okay, but before I do that, I actually want to add some ribbon. This is some new ribbon we have. It is called, let's see here, white. It literally says white ribbon. Okay, that's not very descriptive. It's new. It's in the online exclusives that came out this month. So I'm just going to wrap this around and tie. You can tie a bow or a knot. I'm going to tie a knot, I think. And you can see I'm tying it way off to the side here because we're going to put this little stop sign over the top of it. Okay, I love it because it's small. It's, you know, it's smaller. We have beautiful woven white ribbon, and I think this is just kind of fun. Melanie's asking, is the yellow ribbon available again? And I think it is back in the online store, Melanie. I'm pretty sure it is. I looked at that earlier today, and I don't recall seeing it on the not available list, but I can't be positive, so. But I'm pretty sure it's there. Okay, so I'm putting dimensionals kind of on the top and the bottom of my label so that it will fit over the top of this. So pretty. Now this is nice, but we're gonna make it way better. Okay, I mean, I could stop here, but oh no. We're gonna take this up a notch. And I have pre-stamped and die cut this. I thought I had two of them. Yes, two of these flowers. And I just did that to make it go faster. So I stamped them in black memento on white cardstock and die cut these ahead of time. So we're gonna quick color these with, I'm gonna actually use, even though this is old olive cardstock, I'm gonna use Granny Apple Green blends because I am a rebel like that sometimes. And again, if you are joining late, I'm so sorry. I went live. I thought I had it in horizontal, but when you start a live and you're not in the direction you want, you can't go back. It won't let you switch, which I don't understand why. It makes me crazy. It's just one of the many things about YouTube that is challenging sometimes. So I apologize. It was not my intention to be oriented incorrectly today. But you know what? Stamping makes everything better. And you know what I'm doing after this live? I'm watercoloring, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm doing like a run through of all of my retreat projects because I have my watercolor retreat coming up, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, so now I'm going to color these in Lemon Lolly, but I'm probably going to add a little bit of Daffodil Delight just to really kind of punch up the colors on here a bit. So I'm starting with my dark Lemon Lolly. Again, I'll blend it out with my light Lemon Lolly, and then I'll come back in with some dark Daffodil Delight just to really make it pop with that extra contrast. Man, it is windy out now. I don't know if it's raining. I can't tell, but I can hear the wind pretty good. Okay, then I'll use my light Lemon Lolly. Oh, it's just such fun, happy spring colors, which just makes me happy. I love the change of season. I think tomorrow, or is it today? It's spring is here, or about here. It's coming. I can't remember. What's today? I don't know. 19th. I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, spring is just about here. Yay. I don't feel like we've had like a long, painful winter, but I always love when it's still daylight out. That makes me happy. It is just about official spring, which that always makes me happy. Oops, I missed a petal. And then we're going to really take this up a notch by putting some dark Daffodil Delight in the center of these flowers. I'm almost like dotting them just to kind of make it interesting. And doesn't that just make things a little extra? kind of amazing. I think that really kicks it up a notch. Coloring is so relaxing too, whether it's coloring with your Stampin' Blends, coloring with watercolors. Oh, just makes me happy. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set these on top of these designs, and it's just gonna make everything a little fancier. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, arrange them kind of like this, and we'll pop these up as well. I've got this sheet of dimensionals that's just about done. Okay, so I'm going to kind of set that one right there. And this one right there. And then it just adds another layer of dimension to this card. And how pretty is that? Okay. So thanks so much. On the top, let's add some of our gems to this. Now you can put the gems in the centers of your flowers. You can put them other places. You can put them both. You could do whatever you want. It is your card. So I'm just going to put one right there, one right there, one right there, one right there, and another one right there. Oh, so pretty. Okay, but wait, there's more. We got to stamp the inside. Okay, so I'm going to take this stamp that has black ink on it, and I'm going to clean it. It's a very important step in the process. Believe me, I'm going to get the black ink out of this baby. And then we're going to stamp this in some Lemon Lolly, because that'll be a nice light color. And let's see. I think that's kind of oriented correctly. Very nice. So we'll put that on the inside, and then I'm going to add You've Been on My Mind. Or no. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. That's better. There we go. Right over the top. And we'll adhere that to the inside of this beautiful card. Oh, so cute. Isn't that pretty? Ah, I love it. Okay, that's our second card. Now our third card is super cute. It's a little bit of a fun fold, which is always a good idea. We're going to start with a half a sheet of basic white cardstock, and we are going to score this at, sorry, I'm just measuring really quick, 2.5 and 6.5. Okay. 2.5 and 6.5. Okay. All right. Now when we do that, we're going to get kind of a little bit of an overlap, and that's by design. Now it's going to be a little skinnier than a standard card, but it's okay because it's just going to open like this and be pretty. All right. Now I'm going to add some Designer Series paper. I took these two designs from the Lily Pond Lake, I think, DSP. And I'm going to cut them pardon me while I measure again really quick because I forgot the dimensions already. Let's see. I want to say 1 3/4 and 2 1/4. Okay, so this piece will be 2 1/4, and then we'll trim it down to 5 1/4. And then this will be 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So we've got some fun patterns. You could also use the prints from the In Color Designer Series paper color family too. That would work really nice. But I had this lily pad, whatever I called this. Okay. And then this one's going to go, oops, over the top like this. Okay. And I'm just going to give this a good crease because I don't think I did that when I folded this or scored it or whatever I did. I'm also going to eat the last of my creme brulee chocolate. Really good. Okay. Giving that a good crease so it stays in place. Okay. Now, I die cut ahead of time. You are awesome. Or I'm sorry, I die cut ahead of time the label as well as the larger little spray of flowers. And then I also did a granny apple green. This is one of the dies that comes in the set. And we're going to layer these together. I die cut all that ahead of time. We are going to stamp You Are Awesome on this one. But first, well, let's see. What I want to do is put this on, so it's going to go like that on my card, but I want to put You Are Awesome right about there. I'm just trying to get my spacing all oriented. And I think I'll do it in black. I was trying to decide if I should do black or not, but I think I'll do black. And I love this sentiment. You are awesome. Who would not want to get that message in the mail? I think it's amazing. Okay, so there's that. Then what I'm going to do is color this in. I will use, once again, Granny Apple Green, and then I will take my Peach Pie and Pretty in Pink blends to color the flowers on this one. So we'll do both colors just to kind of mix it up. So I'm going to do the larger ones in Pretty in Pink, and then the darker, or I'm sorry, the smaller ones in my Peach Pie to coordinate everything. So we'll start with the Pretty in Pink. I will do these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 blooms. We'll do this one too. And then the rest of the blooms will be in our Peach Pie. Sorry, just making sure I got the right ones. We'll blend out. Whenever I blend, I go over what I previously stamped, or colored, pardon me. And then you can see there's like this little, like, it's like it looks like a flip of the petal. It's like the petals turned back, or I don't know. We're going to color that with a little color lifter to really exacerbate the lightness of it, and that will be pretty. Okay. So this is my bad color lifter. This is my good color lifter. Okay, so I'm just going to go right on that little line that's on some of these petals, and that makes this a little bit lighter, and it's kind of like magic. It takes a minute for the light lightning to happen, but it's so cool. I love the look. Okay, then we'll do our other ones in peach pie. I realized we have 3 pie pads: peach, pumpkin, and pecan. That's a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that's a lot of pies in colors. And then we have blueberry bushel, which you could make pie out of, as well as, well, I don't think you'd make grape pie, but melon, no, you wouldn't do that either. But you get the idea. Berry burst, that's the one I was looking for. You could make a berry pie. So there's even options for a couple more. That's a lot of pies. It also makes me hungry for pie. Oh, so cute. Okay, and then I think what will really make this stand out is when we add the green. I don't know what it is, but whenever I color something with green, I think it just really pops. I'm also going to go over the stems of all of these. Because that'll kind of fill in a little bit more green. So relaxing to color. Oh my goodness, this has been a long live, but we looked at all the fun things. So the new catalog, I sent an email yesterday to everybody who I have on my list so far to send a new catalog. So if you did not get that email, to get on my list, you just need to have spent $50 in my online store since October. So if you haven't done that, oh gosh, you could spend $50 this week, and then you would also, oh, I was using the light the whole time. Gosh, dang it. That's not good. Sorry. Well, that's just a big fat bummer. Now I'm going to have to go over this whole thing again. All right, I'm only going to do it on the big flowers. Silly Dina. Urgh. Well, that was no bueno, if you know what I mean. Okay, so sorry, back to my catalog thing. If you have spent $50 in my online store since October, you should have received an email from me yesterday saying that you're on my list. If you did not get that email, check your spam, but otherwise it's because you have not spent $50. If you're not sure, feel free to contact me. But otherwise, this week would be a great week to spend $50 because you will get a card kit for these beautiful projects that we're making today. You are going to want this wonderful bundle because I think it just makes such beautiful cards. And it's just a really pretty one. And it's just so springy and happy. And of course, all you got to do is change up the colors to get all kinds of different looks. I'm thinking this would be so pretty in like pinks and purples, or well, I'm a sucker for all yellows. Oh gosh, you could watercolor this, heat emboss it, and watercolor, just so many possibilities. But look at, now that we added the green, it just really pops, doesn't it? Okay, so there we go. This is gonna go on here. So let's get this all together. I'm gonna start with adhering this. Now, this is a really important tip. You only want to adhere the top portion of this. Otherwise, your card won't open, and that'll be a big, fat bummer. So only the top half of the stop sign gets adhesive. Oh, my card opens. It's a miracle. Okay, then I've got this die cut piece that I'm just gonna kind of stick down on here with a little adhesive, and it'll kind of go over like that. And then I'm gonna add this piece kind of popped up so that my sentiment will fit sort of in between. Here again, I want to be a little careful about where I pop things up to make sure that my card opens and is not going to be on this lower part, but that's not too tricky. But I will stick to the top portion of my flower here. Just use up these edge pieces. Maybe one more. Right there. No, two more. Sorry. Okay, but I left the bottom portion undimensionaled. Like that. And yeah, I just want that little window so that you can see my sentiment on here. All right, now let's add some of our pretty little gems because they make me so happy. They're so shimmery and wonderful. I love iridescent stuff because it just adds such a nice touch to things, you know. And then, of course, you can put a couple of these on the flower centers if you want, of the bigger ones like that. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Okay, so there's that. But wait, we got to put something on the inside. So once again, I think I'm going to use my pretty little floral stamp. Let me clean it quickly. And I think I'll stamp that in some peach pie to sort of coordinate. I feel like that. Oh, no, that worked. I was like, oh, I'm not sure if that's going to look right. But it's good. It's all good. And then I think I forgot to mount this stamp, but so on the front it says, "You are awesome." And then on the inside, we're going to say, "You mean the world to me." All right. And I'm going to do that in black. And we'll just kind of put that right there. So when they don't see it right away, but then they do when they open it up. How pretty is that one? Oh my gosh, such fun cards. Okay, let me show you again my projects, and then I do have a couple of quick announcements to share with you as well, but we're closing that black ink pad up before something bad happens. All right, so first we made this beauty. Then we made this beauty, and finally we made this beauty. Such pretty cards today. I hope you loved them. Now what's wonderful about this one is once you throw that in an envelope, it'll stay nice and closed. So that's nice. If you really needed it to stay closed, you could just put a little touch of adhesive, just a teensy bit, and then, oh, look at that. I'm sneaky like that. Okay, a couple of announcements. First off, we've got a couple of events coming up that I just wanted to let you know about. First off, the Thoughtful Garden online class comes out at the end of this month. It's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh, the cards are so pretty. Also such a great spring one. Paint with Dina. If you are in Paint with Dina, you can enjoy, I just posted some lessons yesterday, and I just filmed another lesson today that is going to get added, maybe tomorrow. So watch for that. I also still have one spot for my watercolor retreat, and to say that you don't want to miss this would be the understatement. Oh my goodness, we have such fun things planned. So it's going to be a wonderful time. It is April 4th through the 6th here in Iowa, and it is going to be just lovely. Our Sunshine and Creativity Delivered is black and white with a pop of color kind of cards, just like this. And you just need to be subscribed by the end of this month to get in on that box for April. It's going to be a good one. Those of you who are already subscribers, we are working on boxes. They might go out this week, but probably more likely next week because my helpers are on vacation. It also just kind of depends. Again, if you are shopping my online store, you will get a card kit for these 3 cards that I made today, featuring the Memorable Blooms bundle. This is one that is in the mini catalog. You can order it. Please use my host code VMTVQYVD. Ooh, VD, that's not good. To add that to your order. If you spend $75, I will also throw in an embellishment for free. You will also get the Mixed Media Florals All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF, which is a $15 value when you order $50 or more in my online store. You can also purchase it for $15. There's a link in the description of this video. Thank you all so much for being a part of today's live. Thank you for lifting my spirits after kind of a frustrating start. I really appreciate it. I really was actually having a pretty decent day. Just when it rains, it pours, if you know what I mean. All right, friends. Thank you all again for being just so wonderful. I love inspiring you. I will see you right back here next Monday, and we will have a great time stamping together again. Thank you.